Well, greetings. Good evening from here. I hope that technology is working and you can hear well. It's lovely to meet after some time. Today, we're talking about Confluence Age, and it was shared in them early. No one even knows that this is the most elevated Confluence Age, which is nice backdrop for the retreat. And then he went on to say that he comes to make the world most elevated. So it feels like a little bit of a duty to understand and communicate. And it's nice to see what the worldly quotes are, as always. And Einstein put it this way, that the world as we have it, the world as we have is created by our thinking, and it cannot be changed without changing the thinking. Obvious to us, but it's a nice way to also relate to others, that they will start to realize it's not about increasing or improving technology and facilities. And I like this by a political leader, Václav Havel. He said, vision is not enough. It must be combined with venture. It's not enough to stare up the steps. You must step up the stairs. So welcome again, and I'm glad, thank you for the note. We'll now welcome in Prashant, who's back from some adventures. Good evening.
Thank you. Yes, I know. Very nice to meet again after a long gap. We'll start with a few moments of silence. And during these few minutes, we come to the supreme home. And during this time, we engage with the home, means continuous experience of this light and the color of the home. Even as we hear the words, attention is on that region beyond. Simple region of light and color. Thank you. So we will be coming to our whiteboard. Session is not complete without the board. The session cannot start without the board. And even before the confluence age, let us orient ourselves with our word, our truth, Confluence age is confluence age because we are connected to the truth. Until then, we are in that anthill. So here is our bigger map. In the bigger map, we are seeing our journey. In the bigger map, we are seeing the truth. We are reminding ourselves that these angelic players, angelic travelers, their world is perfect and extraordinary beyond belief. And this is eternal. It has always been, it is there right now. So it is not something we are working for. This dimension already exists. Their world is of perfection. Their world is eternal. Their world is with God. That world is a divine and noble family. There is no concept of desire and disappointment. In other words, no sorrow of any kind. Nothing inauspicious. And if you remove that, what remains is love and joy forever. That region is beyond harm. Nothing can harm. They don't have to build castles. Even the words cannot harm anyone. There is no intention to harm, but even if there is, the region itself is beyond harm. So life is of continuous celebration. This is the truth of everyone. This is your truth, our truth. And this physical world is an extra gift. It is also extraordinary. It is great virtual entertainment world. 3D performance. So you are going there, experiencing it, come back. It's an extra gift. Such is the life of these angelic travelers, angelic princes. They are worthy to be loved by God. They belong to God. They are worthy to have company of God. We are not just talking about commentary, meditation commentary. This is the reality of everyone. And what has happened? What is the present situation? They are continuously drawn into this box with the energy of ignorance. That is all. Patthar becomes increasingly stronger. And so they can't see the sky. They are getting caught in the ant world, claiming things in the ant world, impressed prince is as if impressed with getting some coins, free coins for nothing. It is such exciting life. He's a prince, but this is exactly what happens when the intellect is affected. And then he settles in that box there and completely disconnected from his world. So this is the story of this prince. He's already right at the bottom with his ego and attachments and sorrows, vices, and degradation and karmic settlements, misfortunes. But still he's working to create more problems to himself. He's still thinking of going further down. He thinks a solution to that is get further in degradation. This is the story of all the billions of souls. We are just creating a reminder. We need that every day. It is a reminder. And see the map. It is the journey of the invisible angelic prince. It is not a journey of Prashant. When the angelic prince is conscious, he understands this world, the world that we are seeing, including this gathering, Prashant. It is all part of the foreign world. He literally sees it as a foreign world. It is a story world, fictional world. It is not his world. He is just flying past that world. That's why he is the traveler, Musafir. He remains the same. His world remains absolutely the same. This is if he's conscious, he understands this extraordinary truth of his. But when he crosses that dotted line, then he thinks he's the doll within that entertainment box. Absolutely convinced, working for it, begging for it, fighting for it. It is mad. He has completely forgotten his world and is in full degradation. To make it absolute, it is already Tamo Pradhan, but to make it absolute, he doesn't know that he doesn't know. That is the thing. He thinks that is all completely normal, completely settled to that world of dolls, world of degradation, vices. He is completely settled. So what are we doing in the Confluence age? Which never doesn't happen anytime, any other time. We are completely reversing this. Baba likes the language of 1 second. You are reversing it, but it is not go one step forward and two steps backwards. Understand, the game is of 1 second. Once you have understood it, and don't hang around in that degradation any longer. So this is a nice opportunity for us to come in the experience. Let us see what is this 1 second game. But softer colors. Very first step for us is we go for the best intellect. Whole chaos is created because of the childish intellect, because of the stone intellect. That is the cause of all chaos. And we all have the best intellect. And what happens when we use the best intellect? When we are using the word paras, paras includes the subtle, paras includes the broad intellect. Paras includes the divine intellect. So paras is like the ultimate. When we see with this paras, we are understanding the story for what it is. Another nice description of paras, God-like intellect. If we use paras, we are able to see the way God sees. That is the Baba wants us to do that. It is not that, but he says, I'm there, and Baba has come to help us see the way he sees. We may not do any bhakti, but see. So we are going straight for that, paras. And what happens? We are able to see the physical world as a story. It is not our story, it is a story. Story is not ours or someone else's. They are fictions. Fictions are not, they don't belong to anyone. So this here is a story. Everything that happened from morning till now, it happened in the story. Everything that happened in the past, it happened in the story. And since it is a story, we are really meaning. Paras doesn't say a story, and it is not a commentary, as was said. For Paras, this is literally a story. What amazing. Such on a scale, big scale. A theater based on a story. The story, there is nothing to complain about. And there's nothing to worry about. Nothing to think about. There are so many stories in this world. This is just another story. We just watch and see what is happening. Just taking this position, it is a story, it helps you to experience a viceless stage. Because when it is a story, there is no attachments in it, there is no ego within it, there are no vices. There is no anger, there's just someone acting as a dragon and someone acting as a hero, everything finishes. There is a script. Entertainment. Maybe your friends who are acting as dragons. So here is a story. Even the past, what happened, it all happened in the story. So there are no traumas. The moment we understand this, it absolutely finishes the traumas. You don't need to go to a therapist anymore. That's why Paras has got this magic. All that you have done is use Paras, and you're seeing in a completely new way. We are now able to see beyond the story. Story is not the only reality. In your town, there may be some theater, but it is a fiction what is happening there. The real world is beyond that theater. And beyond this theater, the world is an expanse of silence, expanse of light. This is the real world. There is no clutter in this world like the way it is in the theater. Theater is meant to have lots of sound and lots of clutter and lots of props and actions. The world beyond is different. We enjoy it in a different way. Complete silence. We come in that. We don't just take it as a nice commentary. Experience the light and silence of this world. Eternity of this world. Timelessness. World of eternal security. We are seeing this world as an expanse, a gentle red color. We see the reality of this. see the importance of this, because this is the home of everyone. That story is not the home of anyone. The home is more important than anything else. This is the real world. In this expanse is the true family. They all are like living stars. All know of their immortality. All know that they need nothing for their existence. A complete simplicity, and with that they need nothing. World of eternal security. They also know they are beyond harm. Story cannot harm anyone. They know the mind where there is ignorance of the word desire and ignorance of the word sorrow. No reason for sorrow. And when there is no sorrow, that includes worry or disappointment. There is nothing inauspicious. What is experienced is silent joy. This is a region of joy. It is not just a region of peace, it's a sweet silence. This is everyone's nature. All are naturally good. They are secure, they are worthy of love. There are no desires, there are no vices. They are completely beyond that story world. And if we are beyond the story world, they experience that egoless and viceless. This is a region of the family and the father. Father is the one who is always paras. Father is the one who knows this extraordinary truth of everyone. He knows the greatness of everyone. He knows the story for what it is. He also can see the senselessness of any level of bondage in that story. It is like you go in the story and you want to own something in a story. You see the senselessness of it. Father is the one who can see this clearly. He is parasnath, always paras. He also knows that everyone is worthy to be loved by God. He knows everyone belongs to God. He knows everyone is worthy to have company of God. He knows all are like God. They are from the same home, same family. They are alike. We are seeing this extraordinary truth. Like a biggest prize, biggest lottery prize. And what is in this lottery prize? To begin with, they are seeing this is a region of truth. This is not just a meditation commentary. They are seeing the real world. It is not a story world. It's a life with God and worthiness to be loved by God. We are seeing the family that is divine, means there is no demon in them, not a trace of anything inauspicious. Divine and noble. It's a world that is beyond harm. Nothing can harm them forever. It is eternally this world. This is a prize that is not for some few years. It's an eternal prize. It's a region of love and joy. It's a divine family, but family where there is everyone is worthy of love and region of joy. We understand how this happens. This is the natural life of everyone. It's the region of perfection. Everyone appears perfect. God is perfect. The self is perfect. The world is perfect. Story is also perfect. They see perfection. It's a region of eternal celebration. What happens in a celebration? There is the sense of belonging, there is happiness, love, respect, greatness. Everyone comes with their best form to the perfection. So it is an eternal celebration. This is the life of the invisible traveler. Invisible traveler wakes up in this alaukic environment. This environment absolutely favors the true self. And for him, it is normal to be incorporeal, bodiless. It is normal. To be immortal is normal. Finds it strange to mix his life with the story. Understands his complete independence from the story. Story is separate. Stories are not to be mixed with your life. Finds it normal to belong to this great family of souls. Normal to belong to that sky. As we continue on our journey on the sky, on earth, we remember the extraordinary truth. Supremely beautiful truth of everyone. Thank you. Thank you. So, like a little immersion experience. One thing you will notice, even in the entire last 10 minutes, there was no reference. We have not used one letter. What is that letter we did not use? One word we have not used.
I.
That's right. We have not used the letter I. And we are seeing that invisible traveler. We are seeing that invisible prince, angelic prince. He is visiting this physical world. We are seeing the story going on that is temporary story that is going to disappear. The episode finishes, story also finishes. And so every scene here, it's all going to disappear. The invisible traveler is watching this. He is the witness of this story. We are just seeing this. And as we are doing this, you yourself will feel within you that invisible traveler, that is me. That is feeling comes, soft identification happens with this invisible traveler. New I takes birth. And that is what we want to achieve. We want that new I to come. And that will continue to grow. Once that takes birth, it will grow, it will become dominant, stronger, and that will remove the old I. If that I that is normally used, it is polluted I, it's the I of the ego. That is the I. That is I of the ego. It is the I based on the story. Yeah, anyone want to add anything? Say anything?
Yeah, thank you. Yes, there are a couple of questions. Just briefly, it came to my mind, Baba calls Confluence Age sometimes a separate pot. And it probably came because today we had a retreat here in Cambridge in person. And it made me think, when you're new to these ideas, it is clear principally, but the question of how, because we're as if immersed in this world, body conscious orientation, because Baba gives us this notion of time and separation of time, it gives you the structure. So this idea of a pot, like you separate plants when they need a new nourishing space to grow, felt really relevant, that we separate first Rab from Ravan, but we also understand the separate nature of the new world. It's very important somehow to have this mental construction. Now, a couple of questions. Should I ask?
Yeah.
What about all our karma to settle? Is that not our story? And there's a follow-up question as well.
With the whole subject of karma, karma is of the soul, not it is not within. Cinderella doesn't create karma. It is the soul that creates. Soul has to settle it in one life or other life. And the karma is created by crossing that line, and how far we go in the bondage with this foreign world. Just like if you go to someone else's house, it is not your house. It's a someone else's house. You go to the house with your bag, collection bag, and you are collecting things, putting in your bag, and you are strongly believing this is mine. Now that is karma created there. They might even inform the police, because you are claiming something that doesn't belong to you to be yours. We are doing exactly the same here. We are coming in this foreign world and shamelessly and senselessly collecting things. You are creating karma. Not just collecting things, you want to settle down there. You say, this is mine and I, and creating demand, building fences. All along we are creating karma. We have shown the spiral, but spirals are at many levels. We get into sense objects and, all the bondages are created in the indulgence in that foreign world. And answer is the same. We come behind the line, and like what we are doing, using the best intellect that is necessary. If you see the sky and understand the anthill, then it is a very quick process to come out of it. If you only see the anthill, then you won't be coming out of it that easily. So to settle the karma, we have to come behind the line.
Okay. It's more about our relationship with the story rather than the details.
Yeah.
The script. So a few other questions. One is following from this. When the drama presents situations, in other words, practical tests, how should we think of these things or act if it's fictional and not to do with us?
Yeah, in the drama, the Cinderella will have one time there is a prince, one time there is ugly sister. Ugly sister is creating chaos. We used to have a drama performance in London during Christmas, and Cinderella performance. And one who is acting as Cinderella, she would be giving ideas to the ugly sister, how she should be a proper ugly sister and do the job properly, be really nasty, how she can be more nasty. And she would be giving ideas. Why she would give the ideas? Because it is all a joke. And she herself then played a part, of Cinderella. And it is a good entertainment for public. Same here. Once you are conscious, there is nothing called, unpleasant. It is all a joke within the drama. And you are seeing it as a joke. You are amused by it. You are not disturbed by it. One who is on the right side of the line is connected to his big prize, and he knows he is never a victim, never a beggar. Many things happen in the story, but he's never a victim. He's a prince. He's a angelic prince, eternal prince. And so the attitude is different. So we have to do the homework. When the situation does come, all of a sudden, if the homework is not done, then you will be reacting from the old ego. Ego will have his own way of seeing things. So here we first have to do the homework.
Someone's asking that the mini false I, she put it as a burden of multiple false I, is so much that it seems the birth of the true I doesn't really happen, and every effort counts, but it looks small.
Yeah, sure. But like the practice we had in it today, create the environment. In our practice today, we first saw our sky. We came to that, saw the story first, and then we come beyond the story. That environment of the sky favors the soul. Soul becomes conscious. Worth listening to the recording of it again, So the sequence is like that. You see the sky. In that environment of the sky, the bird can use the wings. If I am just thinking about the story, that doesn't favor the soul. story environment that favors the ego, the environment of the sky. You know what I mean? Is our supreme sky that favors the soul.
It's interesting how when you're in the environment, even the practice is consolidated. It's like the feeling of continuity when you have got the environment, as if you see clearly that the possibilities as well, as if the past, present, future of the possibility of the higher consciousness somehow. Someone is asking, is it actually normal to be at home in the soul world? Because Brahmin souls spend more time on earth than at home. And is there a part of each soul that always remains in the soul world?
To come in the drama is one thing, but we are not saying don't come in the drama. It is bad to come in the drama. We don't mean that. But do not forget your roots. Our aim is to remain soul conscious even when we are in the drama. We are remembering the soul world, experiencing it, that favors the soul to become conscious. And once he's conscious, he's free to go anywhere. He's in the story, he's involved in everything, but he remains connected to his supreme reality. He knows he's the angelic prince, and he's very lucky. Regardless of what happens in the story, he's lucky. He knows this.
Would you say, or could you share a bit about the time in the home? Because it's a bit hard perhaps to really understand. It's like timeless. So it's not that we spend short time in the home, it's like a timeless realm, isn't it?
Yeah, the question was, is it possible for someone to just stay in the home, not come in the story? Maybe there are some, Baba says that everyone has to play the part. But uh, if someone just stays in the home, never comes, it is a bit like if there is a surgeon who just stays in his home, never comes out of the home, then is he a surgeon? If he has never performed any surgery, then not reached anybody else, just stay in the home, as if he doesn't even exist. At a practical level, he doesn't exist. Same here also. And we all come here. To come here is not a sin, that we are not seeing that as a problem. Come here is good. But to cross that line is what we are questioning. When you cross the line, then you are disconnected from your home, and as if you are drowning into this foreign world.
I think the question as well was, is there a part of each soul? Is there like a part of us that remains in the soul world?
Part. No, there is we are not into different parts. Wherever the experience is, that's where we are.
Yeah, that's a very helpful orientation. Quite interesting. Maybe a question that was sort of answered in the chat, but connected to karma. Can the soul create good karma as well? Which we know, of course, there must be, but how would you describe the good karma in the context of what was discussed earlier?
Yeah. We can say, to cross that line, and then Ravan's department starts. Ravan is very much involved in that foreign world. Ravan wants you to come in that world and get attached and indulge in that world. That is all Ravan's department. To free yourselves from Ravan and come out of this, that's a good karma. If Ravan wins, it's a bad karma. If neither side wins, it is a karma, neutral karma. So one side is the angel. Angel wants to fly, go beyond that life of bondage and degradation. Ravan wants you to cross that line and go into degradation. So if you help others also to come out of this Ravan's degradation, that's a good karma. But just you coming out, that's a good karma. So in this context, your yoga is a good karma. Each time you're soul conscious, it is a good karma. A very Lokik world is very different definition of good karma, bad karma, because they operate with a different model. They are not seeing the journey of the soul at all. But bottom line, ultimately, what is the true good karma is when the angel is winning.
It's really interesting because karma just means action. So it's like good action, but we're not talking about movements in the drama in the ant world. It's the accurate in line with the way things are, truth, when the soul is conscious, and that, whether we like it or not, creates an influence or a reference point for others. So, yeah, it's interesting. Someone is following up. Do some souls achieve ultimate liberation from the drama after extreme meditation and practice?
Extreme may not be the word I might use, but yes, accurate practice, use the best sight, best intellect, see in full clarity, everything becomes easy. It is obvious. And when it becomes obvious, it is easy to drop. For us also, if it is not obvious, we are struggling with vices, struggling with attachments, so you let go and you are pulled back. But our our benefit, our success is first develop the sight. We all have the intellect, still we have to make it stronger. And then it becomes obvious. You are able to see the way God sees. And then you understand why Baba is saying what he's saying. There is such a prize right in front of you. Why would anybody lose this prize for some bizarre thing in the story? Some vices or something. It appears to be so bizarre, so mad. And so it becomes easy to come out of that.
Liberation, but not eternal liberation, according to this model.
Yes.
Yeah, so there aren't any
Liberation means freedom.
freedom.
So
Yeah.
Jivan Mukti, liberation in life, just means freedom. So you are aware of everything, story, but you are not trapped. Story cannot give you sorrow. That's a sign you are free. If anything in the story gives you sorrow, for whatever reason, under extreme program, it gives you sorrow, even physical pain, it means you have a bondage. You have created some bondage there. And reason to come out of it. And once you have become completely free, then that is the story. And you are just watching the story. You are acting in the story, but it's the story. The fire, flood, many things happen in the story. But the actor, incorporeal actor, he is never affected, even the slightest. And he is, in a true sense, beyond harm. Absolutely beyond harm. That's why never a victim, never a beggar. I was going to come to this subject of the Confluence age. Just let us introduce this and then we will have chance to expand on it. We have seen in the past the model of the cycle, and we know in our model there comes a time we are coming in this physical world, golden age. We come, our journey starts, and we take birth, rebirth, golden age, and then come in the silver age, and there comes the big moment of the silver age to copper age, big drop, and then we continue the journey in the copper age, and then we find ourselves in the iron age. Now we need to be aware that this journey, it's a drama, and it is like our society. This is what our society is. There was one time deities there, and there were, Moon dynasty, they are all great people, smart people. They are emperors and empresses and royals. And then there are great, prophets and kings and the saints and rishis and munis. They write Vedas and the Upanishads. They are like the big ones. There are different scriptures come, different uh, parts of the planet. Different people play the parts. Just like some scientists play the part at one time. In the same way, there are, great philosophers. They play the part, and great thinkers. The world is very, very rich with all this variety of roles. Mahatmas come and Dharmatmas come, but we are still coming down the ladder. In spite of all this, people are becoming more impure. They are into more bondage. Even today, if you see this world, there are 8 billion, 8.1 billion souls. What are they all doing? They want more attachments. They want more something. They still want to indulge into something. They are looking into this foreign world as the reason of pleasure. How can I gather more things? And even Brahmins could be doing the same thing most of the time. Yes. So it gives you an idea how this fall is continuous. And from the golden age, in spite of all this, uh, these books are selling also. All these thinkers, copies of the scriptures are selling in millions everywhere. That is going on, but the fall is going on also. Now the confluence age starts. What happens at this confluence age? What decides the beginning of the confluence age? When does the confluence age start? What is the moment of confluence age? Do you want to tell? When does the confluence age start? What happens in the confluence age?
Is it when Baba comes? It starts.
Yeah, sure. And what is okay, Baba comes. What is Baba's part?
to awaken, so souls start to wake up, maybe to tell us to come home, time to come home. Knowledge gives knowledge, awakening, the play is to end.
Then that's good.
When Brahmins reach the lowest state, so we come when we've kind of collapsed our ethics and dharma.
Yeah. So yes, so that is the moment of new knowledge. If we are operating with certain model of the story, and everyone is operating with the model that is foreign world is our world. Everyone has crossed a line, and that is the way they are operating. That includes Mahatmas and everyone. They might think that we should be nice to others and they are renouncing things. But the model of the world that is our world. That is the model. So what happens beginning of the confluence age? New knowledge comes, new way of looking at things. And God is the only one who sees things totally differently. This is a foreign world. It is not your world, and that includes this gathering, that includes Prashant. Everything is a foreign world. And who is saying this? The invisible witness is saying this. That this position is absolutely necessary to come out of this 100%. Even for 1 minute you come out of it, then the beginning of the confluence starts. One soul understands this, that this is a foreign world. It is not, I'm just trying to improve this world, we become nice in that world. No. First is, it is not our world. The moment you cross that line, start thinking something within that is mine, you are opening the door for Ravan. So confluence age is the time when you are declaring a war with Ravan. Until then, people are compromising, with Ravan, negotiating with Ravan. In fact, most people are absolute slaves to Ravan. But even Mahatmas and Dharmatmas, they all don't know Ravan properly. Whereas here, when God comes, Ram comes, Ram knows Ravan, knows how to win. And that box that we saw, that is the field of action for Ravan. Absolutely, 100% that's the field of action. If you are taking a position, let me repeat, that this whole physical world, everything that you are seeing, that is a foreign world, that includes this gathering, that includes Prashant, it is all part of the foreign world. And who is saying this? The invisible witness. The invisible witness is conscious. And he understands he is from a different world. He is the one who is very, very lucky. He is from the family of God. He is from that family of divine souls. He is aware of that alaukic world, incorporeal world. That is normal for him. He is Paras. And he is absolutely happy with that. It is that alaukic world is not just for meditation. He knows that that is his reality. That's where he belongs. Everything that is physical, it is foreign. And if he's going into that world, he's going with the caution and not to be lose any carelessness in that world. That will just favor Ravan and you lose the score. This is a position, and this is a position for us. Ultimately, the whole world has to take that position. Confluence is that we have all crossed the line and we have to come back behind that line, whole world. And so we have to start that position. Everyone has to come to that position. There is no need for them to go into that foreign world and lead such a life of degradation. We said it is literally a robber. They are not just beggars, they are robbers. To collect things from that foreign world, it is full degradation. They don't need to because they are princes. They belong to their world and they are immortal. They are very, very lucky. And why should they go into this world of story? That too, it is temporary world. It is an empty world. And what is going on here? It is unnecessary. But all of that happens because intellect is blocked. Who will do something like that? Sometimes it is possible. It happens sometimes in the royal family. Someone is stealing things or something like that. That happens because their intellect is affected, and then they behave a bit in a funny kind of way, and others have to protect those individuals from themselves, because it creates a defamation to the family. So here the intellect is blocked, and so they are not themselves. We win this game with the best intellect. Confluence Age is the time when we start with Paras. We understand this game of Paras. It is the most exciting time, and Baba sees it that way. Why it is exciting time? For those with knowledge, it is very exciting, but it is for everyone. It is an exciting time. Why it is exciting? Because this opportunity for the highest intervention. There is a need, and that can be achieved. Like today, Baba said, this creation is an establishment. Establishment creation is a wonderful, wonderful process. In some words, Baba said, but Baba used the word wonderful. And uh, and and that is what is happening here. It is like the billions. Everyone is looking for something, searching for something, and you have to now use your mind. You have to use your time. You have to use your attitudes, your vision. Everything has value if you are interested. And it is of great value for others. Like say some of these people, IT people, they suddenly come out with a new invention, and it is exciting for them to come with this, effortless. They just do some research and they come out. And at different times in history, last 200 years, different people invent things. It changes the lives of people. Say one person discovered electricity. Now the cities and world is electrified. Changes the world, so in a big way. What is happening now is even bigger. It is like a strategic intervention. You are understanding, and you have an option to do this, and that is going to change the lives of everyone. in an extraordinary way. You literally create heaven, and you contribute towards setting up the next cycle, and the kings and all this. That option is there. Your time has value. Your thoughts have value. Maybe I will ask you a question. Today, Baba said, Brahmins are higher than deities. Deities are perfect human beings, but Brahmins are higher than deities. Why? Why Brahmins are higher than deities? What is your reason for saying Brahmins are not even perfect, where deities are perfect?
It was
Deities are
also,
worshipped.
yeah, our lives are invaluable. So it's also mentioned today. Helping is because we help others to transform. And got a Spanish answer here. Because they make a lot of effort and service. And it's the only time we know God. Brahmins create deities. Deities don't have this knowledge. They do the somersault to turn from an ordinary human being into deities, and they do God's task.
Yeah, good. All answers are good. And so Brahmins, you create deities, and with God, of course. God and Brahmins together. So if you are creating deities, you must be higher than deities, including yourselves. You make yourselves into deity and make others also into deity. And the whole thing is invaluable. And it's that word invaluable, it is not that one person says, he is eating cakes and he says, my life is invaluable by eating cake. No, here invaluable in the context of the world. They say your life is invaluable for them. Your every second, your every thought has great value for others. They feel it is invaluable. It revives them. It gives them life. Then it is invaluable. Sometimes that can be in a hospital kind of situation. Such emergency comes, and then the doctors, it is like they can either in their presence someone survives. If he is 1 minute late, someone dies. This kind of a situation comes. Every minute someone survives. Uh, then his time is invaluable for others. If he stopped for whatever reason, something stops him, it is a big loss for others. So here, if you are using your mind, if you are using your time for that big task, that is your clear focus, then you can say that life is invaluable. This option is there at a confluence age because you understand the biggest secret and how you can use your time in this extraordinary way. I know it is also time for a break, I think. So
Yes, just saved a few questions, but maybe before that, a quick one on this in this context. If Brahmins create deities, how come Brahmins are imperfect and deities are perfect?
yeah. Brahmins, with the help of God, they make themselves into deities also. And that's uh, they are giving the guidelines. They start the process for others, and including themselves, they start the process. They collectively go up the ladder. As they learn, they are making others move higher up with the help of God. God is there to intervene and to guide. It is like a supreme guide is with them.
Yeah, thank you. So we've saved a few questions. Thanks for those. And would you like to give a question which would start the room discussion, Prashant? Okay.
And that, what is the unique about a Confluence age for you?
Okay. We just put that in the chat, and that might be a way to springboard the discussion. So create around 10 minutes. Just a reminder to give everyone a chance. You might have to see the list of who's in the room because not everyone will be in camera. But if you can be in camera, that's great. We'll meet back in just over 10 minutes. Thank you. Warm welcome back. I hope that we didn't stop any wonderful conversations mid-flow, but as always, it's nice if you want to share a little bit in the chat because then we can get a flavor of the lovely sharings. We just create really a moment to get the feelings of this elevated time. you so much. Happy to share the space. So it would be welcoming back Prashant. Thank you.
Thank you. And you said there were some questions, but I thought we'll start with Murli, hear some words on the Confluence age spoken by Baba.
Yes, I found a passage. It's from the 16th of February 2003. And Baba says the speciality of the Confluence age is also your speciality. We are the Confluence aged souls who are embodiments of all attainments. Maintain this awareness. The Confluence age is the most elevated age, and so those who play a part in this age are also the most elevated, are they not? All the souls of the world are ordinary compared to you. You souls are alokik and unique. Those souls don't have knowledge, whereas you are enlightened. They are Shudras and you are Brahmins. They belong to the land of sorrow, and you belong to the Confluence age. The Confluence age is also a land of happiness. You have been saved from so many types of sorrow. Now you can see as a detached observer how the world is unhappy, whereas compared to them, you are so happy. You can feel the difference, can you not? Therefore, constantly maintain the awareness that you are the elevated souls of the elevated Confluence age, souls who are embodiments of happiness. If you don't have happiness and greatness, there is no life. Thank you.
Sure. So we will take the questions.
Thank you. So, yeah, very quick, simple question, practical one. Did the Confluence age begin in 1936 when Baba saw or he had those visions?
Yeah.
Simple. Sannyasis, so earlier we were talking about how we see the world with the Confluence age knowledge given by the Father. Question, sannyasis also think that this is a foreign world, maybe in a limited way. So is there a difference between the approach of seeing the foreign world between the sannyasis and the Confluence age souls?
Yeah. What happens with sannyasis, that whole thing is not complete. And of course, there may be many ideas amongst different sannyasis also. But the model is not complete. To begin with soul awareness, that is not clear. They might say they are merging with some Brahma element, they are part of it, they are part of God. Those ideas are there, but to whatever extent they remain detached from it, there is a reward for them. It is better than ordinary householder just goes flat out into the foreign world, claiming things. Whereas sannyasis, they They are not doing the same thing. And there is a reward. But because it is not a complete model, it is not 100% truth, that the big result is not possible.
Yeah, thank you. Feel free if anyone wants to add anything. What's the difference between the game and the story? Two words that are used sometimes interchangeably.
This physical world, we call it secondary world. It is a game also. It's a story also. It's a holiday also. It's a circus. It is all of this in one. It's like your phone. It can do recording. It can do, photographs. It can do many things. It can do telephone. In the same way, this physical world is within it. There is a game also. There is a story also. There is a theater within it. But it is a secondary world. It is not our world. Our world is separate.
Nice. And all of those things are extra things, aren't they? If they're
Yes.
not there, you still exist. Entertainment value. A quick
I
last.
just want to add,
Yeah.
just like a player, player goes, plays, he uses the ball, uses the bat, and then play is finished. The ball is there. He doesn't think he has to take the ball home. No, that is for the game. It is all that is required is sense. He doesn't get a thought that he has to run away with that ball. There is some kind of a benefit, some progress in owning that ball. But someone who is confused, he might be doing that. The same happens here. We are coming here to play the game. And everything, every atom of this, it is of this world. And the one who is sensible, he doesn't feel he has to cling to it or claim it. Or that is for the game. And he'd be happy to play the game and go home. But the sense is required. The intellect should be right. If it is confused, he completely forgets even that it is a game.
It's interesting. The Confluence age is about a game of sense in a way, and some are grasping, and others we grasp in a variety of ways at a variety of different times. So we all kind of benefit from the environment of sense. We can't take for granted that there is sense because there's been such senselessness. Yeah, but the main thing is, don't try to take the ball home. Nice. Question, maybe last one here at this moment. No, there's two more. Did Brahma Baba understand at the beginning itself that it is a foreign world, or was it gradually? Was this only his incognito effort to see it as a foreign world and stay more in the home?
Sure, yes. Brahma Baba, he got it, this big essence in the first, in the early stage, and soul consciousness means that. Once you understand you are a soul, soul means you are a guest in this world. And understands his complete separation from it. That understanding is one step, but then to imbibe it, to make it your nature, to be free from that, any form of bondage. That is what is, you need time to observe them and to drop them. So that was a process for him as a student. But understanding came early on.
Thank you. Actually, a few more questions have come in. Is it because of the degradation of the soul that this world has become Iron Age or Kali Yogi, or is it in the story?
No, it is the soul. Story is neutral. Like at the confluence age, for example, at the later phase of the confluence age, there is destruction. But Baba calls it number one birth. It is the best birth. Even though they are dealing with destruction all around, because the soul is pure. If the soul has become pure, then it is your highest birth. And as the soul becomes impure, even you give them heaven, even they will have things to complain about.
Quite a thing. Yeah, thank you. Is God closest to the physical earth and all of its inhabitants at this confluence age than at any other stage in the cycle? And is it only Brahmins that can connect truly with God rather than other inhabitants of the earth at this confluence age?
I know it is like a seed. In the seed plays the part for the whole tree, but first comes the roots. And the first shoot from the seed is the root. And then the other branches, the whole tree doesn't come in the first day, but gradually the expansion happens. So one can say the seed, its part is with the roots at the immediate level. But on another level, you say the seed is for the whole tree. Whole tree is supported and is there because of the seed. That is the way organically things happen. So confluence age is the time when the seed comes and growth of the tree starts, root starts, and expansion incognito in the network of the roots, it happens. And then the shoot will come in its own time.
It's quite an image to reflect on, isn't it? The essence and the expansion, and all the souls and the functions.
Even if the seed works on the roots, roots are there for the rest of the tree. Roots are not there for themselves. The roots are made strong so that they can support the rest of the tree.
And in a way, that would be the yoga. Would it be the shining light on the alokik?
Yeah.
Awakening. Another simple question. Did Shakespeare have the right idea that this physical world is a stage where every man plays his part?
He has got some glimpses of it. Even to come with that statement is a big thing. And some new souls have those insights in it. But it is not complete because he did not say the souls are the actors. There is no indication in his writings that he saw the difference between the character and the actor. He is meaning the Cinderella itself is the actor, and that is the confusion part of that happens in many people. And the whole world is in that. They think that they use the word actor, but they are meaning the characters. To understand that the actors are invisible and the actors are completely separate from the character. To have that grasp will be extra. It would have been divinized. But in Shakespeare's writing, you don't get that message in an obvious way.
I think he says man and woman as well, which again makes it part of the Cinderella rather than the actor.
Yeah.
Yeah, interesting. Thank you. Good. Nice question as well. Maybe one more here. You mentioned if there is even if there's physical pain, you have created bondage. Did you refer to the bondage with what exactly? Is it the body, the role, and or the story in general?
Yeah. I just want to clarify. One is the pain, physical pain, which is a sensation, which is a message. But other is the misery. That pain becomes like a suffering for me. And that sensation is intolerable suffering. So it is the misery that we are questioning, not the sensation of pain. So if someone playing football, the ball hits him, that is a sensation. And that is necessary to know the sensation. But he doesn't experience misery. But another time something happens, you experience pain as a sensation, but misery also. And the misery is there because we have created a bondage with this foreign world. And bondage is created through the body. And the big area where we create bondage through the body is sense indulgence. Body is used for pleasure of Ravan. For example, you are liking certain food, you like add this, and you like sugar, you like chocolate. Who is liking it? It is not the soul who needs any of these things. It is not super sensuous pleasure. It's the pleasure of Ravan. And you are innocently thinking, oh, that's just a little that thing, but it is creating a bondage. Some account is created, and at some level you are trapped in the matter. And to be free from that matter, one way will be to experience pain. If this foreign world gives you pleasure, it will also give has a right to give you pain and misery. This is why, as a Brahmin, Baba says, if you are eating food, it can be something very simple food. Eat in remembrance. Remain soul conscious. And then give food to the body. If you are this extra careful, then you don't create account, you also settle the old account. We have to change the attitudes towards sense objects. It can be food, but all the sense objects, we have to divinize them.
And also, I guess, whenever we notice the habits which come up, it's useful to acknowledge and then work at the subtle level. So, feeling of being nourished, or fullness or interesting things which Ravan likes through the senses. If we mitigate that, if we bring the alokik, then we won't be looking for it here. So it's sort of every level we have to be so full, and then come here with that honor, and we won't get the penalty. I think that's the feeling that came. Yeah, so no other questions. Oh, someone is asking, is it recorded as drama is predestined, nothing can ever be changed, then it can't be our fault, including even the degradation of the soul. And so is it recorded? Is the question clear?
One is the drama is fixed, but the soul, is not part of the film. Film is fixed. The journey of the soul, in that statement, soul is the film is fixed. Film is fixed. Soul is the audience of this film, and what happens in the soul is a separate thing. It may be the same that has happened, but what is the exact question in it?
It's not very clear, but it's almost, I think you kind of touched on a insight, so maybe there will be follow-up and we can address it today or tomorrow.
Let us come to since we got a few minutes, come back to the reset highest, and let us aim to stay in that space repeatedly. We might not be able to stay permanently, but come back to it many times until we meet next tomorrow. And in 1 second, we come to that invisible witness. It is not Prashant who is become a yogi. It is an invisible witness who is just flying past this physical world, sees that physical world as if it is a world of dolls. Very clear it is a foreign world, and even this gathering and everything is part of that foreign world. Who says this? The invisible witness. If that invisible witness is not conscious, then we straight are into the ego and Ravan's camp. Ego is stubborn. Ego wants to be conscious all the time. This is why we have to pay extra attention to that invisible witness who is 100% free from this world of dolls. Invisible witness is very lucky because his world is world with God. His world is world of truth. What his world is beyond belief, like a biggest prize anyone can win. Invisible witness is the invisible prince in his world. He silently knows everyone is lucky. They all are immortal. They all are worthy to be loved by God. They are lucky, very lucky and lovely. Just right now, collectively, we are seeing this, that everyone is lucky and lovely, and they are immortal, and they are never victims. They are completely separate to the story. Just we are seeing this collectively. we are making it easy for them to experience it. And worldwide, it will be a moment where many will get a glimpse of this truth. It is their truth. And by we experiencing it, we have created light there. Light so that they can see their own truth. That is the most precious act of the Confluence age, where silently we are using mind to create this light and create this lighthouse effect. As we go through our journey for the rest of the day, we understand the value of our time and mind. Value of everything, your vision, your attitude. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much to all, and beautiful to be in this gathering. We've posted the recording. Actually, we posted the link to the channel where the recording will be. And look forward to meeting again tomorrow. Enjoy your experiments. Thank you.